Anyone who knows me well enough knows that I love a good old Wild West setting. The music, the colours, the sounds, the look, the attitude, the accents, the everything. Wild West settings hold some very, very fascinating cultural ideologies, and it makes for some brilliant entertainment. From lone wolf, rough-looking wanderers who wield 6-shooters and do cool spinny moves with them, to a rifle-wielding sassy farm gal who takes shit from nobody, least of all men who don't fully recognise the strength of a woman. Morality is even greyer in the otherwise sepia-toned stained Wild West, where bank robbery seems to be as common as racist remarks that go unquestioned, and where the sound of gunshots are more common than the laughter of kids playing in the road. In the old Wild West, anything goes, except a homosexual black man who also loves to wear dresses. The Wild West don't take too kindly to that kind round here. First, let me take you back to the past to play some decent games that were a blast. Well, specifically one decent game about cowboys on the Atari 2600. It's called Outlaw, but back in the day, me and my brother just called it Cowboy Game. What else are you going to call it? Now, I must admit that we didn't even have an Atari 2600 to play it on, and instead we just played it on something called a TV Boy. A TV Boy was essentially a compilation of Atari 2600 games that had been hacked and stripped of their copyright notices. Tut, TV Boy. At the time, we had no idea. My dad probably just bought it from a car boot sale. That's a large, organised yard sale for you American folk. It had games like Frogger, King Kong, and of course Outlaw. There's a bunch of modes like Cactus Made of Steel, Cactus Made of Cactus, Wagon No Move, and Wagon Movie, and Target Shooting, the only one-player game. For some reason, deflecting a bullet off a wall and just hitting your mate in time never gets old. Outlaw is one of the very first Wild West games ever, and for that I felt it was deserving of this first spot. Even if the character does look like a crown on legs, I've got nothing. The game is good. You can play it as well as many other Atari games on this Ace website. Next game! Although its roots aren't based in the Wild West, Alone in the Dark is one of those classic game franchises that just decided to spread its wings with its second sequel. Alone in the Dark 3 is a game that, back in the day, I'm sure was a crazy, cinematic, incredibly deep and interesting game. Now though?
Burris, you old varmint, get through the barrel and bring a bottle to my cell. Signed, Lefty.
Okay. Next game, and I'm quickly going to talk about Sunset Riders again, even though I've already been there and done that. The first stage of each level ends when you save the girl tied up shouting, "Help me." Oh yeah, you're the one who's in danger here. The second stage of each level has a boss at the end. God, could I have sounded any more disinterested? Sunset Riders is one of my favourite games, and I still hold to this day that it has some of the best 16-bit music ever, regardless of whatever system it was on. From a purely gameplay perspective, there's no question that the SNES version trumps the Mega Drive version, simply because there's more playable characters and levels, but man, the music on the Mega Drive version is just so beautiful. There's a particular level on the SNES version that's incredibly cool, and I wish the Mega Drive had it too. Having just beaten the third boss, a woman is thrown out of the saloon, or tavern as the signs say for some reason, and she's all... And you're all... You then run inside to fight the Smith Bros, who do nothing but lob bombs and lanterns at you. It's so fucking hard, but god damn is it cool. Swinging... You fire your revolver at those bastards is immensely satisfying. When you finally beat them, you're given a little dance from 3 ladies for all your hard work. Look at Billy trying to act all cool and calm, bless him. We know you're loving this, we can see your little cheeky smile, you son of a bitch. Jesus, Cormano doesn't give a fuck, he's loving it, and god does he show it. Hey ladies, wanna play with my churro? Sunset Riders will forever be a classic Wild West game, and Billy and Cormano are 2 excellent juxtaposed characters who blend together so well to create the perfect team. Also, fuck Steve and Bob, no one gives a shit, all you need is a little bit of Billy, the Mega Drive version is better, I tell you. Next game, already. I'm sick of just looking at. Wild Guns for the SNES is a game for the SNES, exclusively for the SNES. But look at this box art. This man is a donut, really, isn't he? You might want to invest in some more powerful weapons. A fucking lasso isn't going to cut it against a giant robot with 6 exhaust pipes for ears. Also, this guy? Come on, just go home. You look like a right tit stood next to this beast of machinery. Your days are numbered, Wild Guns heroes.
Oh, you're making us look stupid. Jesus Christ.
Instead of sexist riders, you get to pick a lady this time named Annie. And seriously, who the fuck wouldn't want to play as a woman in a pink frilly dress shooting the fuck out of robots and bandits? Japanese developer Natsume, most known for their farming simulator games, decided to go in a slightly less farmy direction with Wild Guns. And I'm here to tell you that, oh man, those Harvest Moon chaps sure do make a fine cowboy game, I tell you what. Weird but intuitive and tight controls, beautiful visuals, and huge amounts of Wild West steampunk goodness. Wild Guns is probably one of the best Wild West games on the SNES with the word gun in the title that came out in the year 1996. Can't get any bigger praise than that. Westorado double-barreled is a sexier, beefier, and steamier, see what I did there, version of its old self. A quite ambitious free flash game by the subtitleless name of Westorado. I remember seeing it once in passing whilst browsing for a free puzzle game to waste away the minutes whilst I waited for the AAA game to finish its day one patch. In the end, I stupidly decided to play some physics puzzle game instead of a Diddy version of what would 2 years later be an absolute favourite indie game of mine. Yeah, it's pretty bloody fun. Like a sunset shootout in Seattle. No, I can't do those. I'll just stick to the needless dirty words. Like a good ad shag me. Ah, there we go. That feels better. Anyway, this game at around $15 is a dang old bargain. Why do I keep... Westorado Double Barreled is a revenge story. Your brother and mother are murdered by a mystery man who also decides to burn down your ranch. Bit rude. The one clue you're given to the culprit's identity is that he had a flat-brimmed hat on. Well, looks like we got ourselves a detective story. This ought to be more interesting than a dang old beaver on a jackhammer. The first thing you'll notice about Westorado DB is that the visuals are very, very pretty. As you'd expect, there's a great variation of oranges, of reds, of browns, and of sort of reddy, orange, browns, and reds. I do feel the dialogue UI is a little bit too much though. There's loads happening on screen, and the first few times I encountered the screen, I felt overloaded with button prompts and UI icons. You do get used to it, but it sure is a pain in the behind. You can bet your britches on that. As you walk around this open world, you can walk to anybody, talk to anybody, and shoot the fucking shit out of anybody. Yeah, at any time, even during a conversation, you can whip out your long, hard cock. Revolver and threaten them. This is of course due to our hero being suspicious of everybody he meets, thinking the murder of his family could be anybody he meets. It's a fun little mechanic that gets even more fun when you gain more clues on the murderer's identity. Alternatively, you could just shoot the fuck out of anybody like I do. Alright, I could go on for a lot longer, but I think you guys have just about had your fill of cowboy hats and revolvers for one day. There are a lot of games that I didn't even mention, like Desperados, Wanted Dead or Alive, or Red Dead fucking Redemption, but we'll save those for another day maybe. Until next time, giddy up, partner! Alright, I could go on for a lot longer, but I think you guys have... Alright. Stop laughing!
I can't help.
Is that actually usable, do you think?
I don't know. You've got some left, do it again. Oh yeah.
Should I show the bottle?
Probably.
Okay. I'm gonna need this. That's fucking commercial. That tastes fucking minging.